young people, people in your generation love to say that people in my generation are going to ruin everything. And people in my generation love to say, hey, it's your generation who is ruining everything. So for someone who is teaching the next generation, how capable are their hands? And that goes for my hands too, these two hands right here. Are we going to pick up the torch and pick up where you left off? Are we going to start a new fire? Are we going to build a new village? Or are we screwed and just burn it all down?
Oh, no, we're not screwed. You guys are going to be fine. I have no concerns whatsoever. I've been teaching, people at the university level for almost a decade now. And I see enough people that give me hope that I don't worry about. I don't worry about the future at all.
Good. That's good. I do and I don't, right? Because the future is, we'll define future. My future, I think my future is going to be just fine. It's a bit of a struggle. It's not a deep struggle, but it's a struggle. But you work hard, and I think I'll get through it. Now, the future of the country and the world, I can say it's screwed, but nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no point worrying about World War III, where I live, one, so close to New York City, and two, it's out of my hands. Yeah. You can only worry about things you can control.
Yeah. I said something negative. I don't feel like China's going to ever fully recover from the COVID thing. For a multitude of reasons. And I said that in a class with a Chinese national in the classroom, and they just popped right up. It was like, oh, crap. Oops. But nothing came of that. But I worried about it. I really do. I worry about it sometimes.
Which is just your opinion, right? In this country, you're allowed to have opinions for now.
For now.
For China, I think China's biggest problem is there's not enough people to replace the old generation because they had that.
Oh, no. They're a demographic time bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, Japan, too, right? I think Japan has a birthing problem. But China specifically, you can say China's going to be a problem in 40. There might not be a China in 40 years. There's not enough people.
Organically, and when I mean by organically is just with the people in the borders at this very moment. We're in the same situation. It's not as bad. But the big difference between us and Japan and China is we actually do allow immigration. So we can continue to pull in from outside of the United States and maintain our population growth. There may be some people that don't like the composition of the population growth, but tough. If it's for the greater good, then and you can come in and you got some skills and you can contribute to keeping our country growing at a nice moderate pace where everybody has a nice life. More power to you. I don't care if we're all gray 100 years from now.
Elon has that concern where we're actually underpopulated as opposed to overpopulated. Yeah. And his reasoning is simple. You always need more people to produce more, right? You always got to keep it coming. You need to have people to replace the people who are currently here. If the birthing rate declines too far, there are not going to be enough jobs. There are not going to be enough people to fill the jobs that needs, and everything collapses. So I do think there's some merit to that, but it's like, okay, well, if you're so concerned about people having kids, make it more affordable and easier for people to have kids. Yeah. My dad's the oldest of 6 boys from the 50s to how was Uncle Matt to like early 1969, let's say. So that 9 years, my grandparent had 6 kids. Find me a parent right now who can afford 6 kids in this world.
Oh my gosh.
It's impossible.
Oh my gosh.
It's impossible.
It is.
People can't afford 1 kid.
Well, it's not impossible. At the beginning of Caddyshack, and when the caddy's lives in a house, he's a big Catholic house with 7 or 8 kids. Yeah. And he had to put all the money that he made in the jar for everybody else. That's what they're doing. That's what, if you're in a big family like that, that's exactly what you're doing.
You got the jar and you hide it in Marge's hair.
Yeah.
Well, even the Brady Bunch, right? The Brady Bunch, he was an architect or a lawyer?
He was an architect.
Architect. So he was an architect. Yeah. Wife didn't work, had a nanny at home, 6 kids on 1 salary. And that was not unrealistic.
He's a hell of an architect.
Yeah. And but that wasn't that crazy unrealistic for that kind of time. I think, did the mother work? I didn't watch the Brady Bunch that much.
I don't think, no, she was, sitting around cutting flowers and crap.
She had
whatever TV moms did back then.
Had a knitting business on the side. It was off camera. Boozing. But that was an average lifestyle back then. And people were that's just unbelievable now. But if you got hope, I got hope. So, and besides, AI is going to come in and the jobs aren't going to be there to begin with.